movie title pop quiz, paying it forward, and when in Rome. All this week on Jim, Joe, Steve Show.
Here's a story about 20 years ago. 3 bros who grew up in Baltimore to the beach show. Every summer they had to go before they got married with kids. Now they all grown. Long trips to New York and Toronto. Playing beer pong with Captain Morgan's. Free throws. And if you don't know, now you know. Coming in hot. Jim, Joe, Steve Show.
Hi, and welcome back to another Jim, Joe, Steve Show. I'm here with a couple of my friends. Steve?
Hello, I'm Steve. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I got nothing else other than that.
Oh, okay.
Saying hello. Oh, and then
I'm Jim. But Joe was asking you, how are you?
oh, he was. Oh, sorry. I was in my.
You were passing the baton.
I was passing the baton. I thought
Deer in the bright lights.
I am delightful. I'm delightful.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
I'm going to do a little bit of bragging. So my Joey, my son, had his first big wrestling tournament. I got him to wrestle this winter, and they had little tournaments throughout the year, and then the final one was like 10 teams, and he got a trophy. And it's like a sport. It's not like his baseball teams and stuff where everybody gets a trophy. He had to earn it. And he got on the podium. And
that's
everything.
awesome. Good job, Joey.
Yeah, it was super cool.
When they wrestle, do they do the thing like the mounting position?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I didn't know if it was like
no. It is real wrestling just with little people. Yeah, it's great. Like so, they sent.
Does he grunt and gets all angry?
How are the parents?
The parents are a show. I mean, everything from one of the kids on the team, his dad had a cup of coffee with the Ravens. They're like parents from other teams with like face tattoos. Loud, boisterous. It like, runs the gamut, but it was cool. And Is
it all boys or is it?
No, there were girls. There were some girls, and the girls were awesome. The girls were like super cool to watch.
As a dad to a girl, I would love for a girl to go and just take
dominate.
Just because it would crush the dads.
I
the
thought
kid wouldn't matter.
I thought the same thing, and like it's funny because Joey's got like. He's such a happy kid, and like he does not have that killer instinct. And Libby's ice cold. Like she will put you
same
to
with
sleep.
with my kids.
Right. So no, he did great. He got a trophy, and it was awesome. And afterwards, we went to Chuck E. Cheese, which I mean
they go hand in hand.
I don't know if you've been to a Chuck E. Cheese recently.
Well,
No.
I mean, like with COVID, I would feel like it is.
Well, we all had it like a month ago, so the doctor basically gave us like we're vaxxed and boosted.
Well, I mean more of like, do they have a ball pit?
No ball pits. Chuck E. Cheese's are actually very different than they used to be. They don't have the mechanical.
They're just arcades, right?
It's basically a Dave and Buster's for little kids.
Yeah.
Like that's it. So
do
we
they
went
still
there.
serve beer?
No beer.
Oh,
there was no
I
beer.
used to go to Chuck E. Cheese and get trashed. My friend Lola worked there.
The one on Eastern Avenue?
Yeah,
Of
that one.
course, That one is the worst.
Did it still have the mechanical everything, like the mechanical Mickey Mouse and stuff?
Yeah,
You mean
the
the
mechanical Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
The rat.
The rat and all his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it didn't have any of that. It was like it was like a bunch of picnic tables and then video games, and that's it. And
do they still have the Simpsons game?
There was no Simpsons game.
I wondered if that game were you.
No, but so we got one of the combos, and it was two. The pizza was fine. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was fine. It was super thin. 2 large pizzas, 1 just cheese, 1 with 2 toppings, 4 sodas, and an apple juice. How much was it?
I want to throw a number out, but I want to try to.
The fact that you're asking us how much it is, I'm going.
Oh, it was expensive. So what would be like a ridiculous
Did
number?
you get tokens with it?
No tokens. Tokens were
This
separate.
is a fucking ripoff.
I think the apple juice is throwing me off.
Well, it was just a little.
$2.99 apple juice.
I just wanted to represent, what we got.
And how many sodas? 4?
4 sodas that were 12. They were
$10. And then
I'm just going to say $60 because that sounds ridiculous.
Nailed it.
I was going to
Nailed
say
it.
$60 first.
I buzzed in.
It was outrageous.
What is $60?
I could not believe it. $60 for that.
Do you
But
know?
it was fun and we celebrated Joey's season.
Today I went and bought my family those crumble cookies.
Oh, dude, they're so good.
So
They're also butt expensive.
So this is more for Jim. How much do you think 12 crumble cookies?
You bought 12?
Well, because they had like 6
dude,
flavors.
are they the ones
and
that come in
and
the-
then they were like, well, get
pink
2. I was like,
box.
do you
pink-
understand how
okay.
big these cookies are?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's
Dude, when
but
we get them, we
but
slice them
it's-
up like a pizza.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not
we
going to argue.
just got
I just got
a
'em.
whole box of those last week.
Like the 6-pack box.
It was a big baker's box.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
that's a 12.
maybe it was
Or-
12. They were gone in a day.
Dude,
Like,
they are
they-
fantastic.
But how
It's
much do you think?
crazy.
Do you remember how much they
Nicole bought them, so I have no idea.
Did you see that loan application? That's how much they were.
I have no.
If I would have got 4 sodas, it probably would have been $60. It was $45.
But
Yikes.
so
I didn't even eat any. My son.
What?
I haven't eaten one. My son tonight ate one and just kept driving his truck over it and mashing it. And I was like, that's $4 worth of cookie you're just smashing.
they are. I mean, I feel like we're plugging this company, but they are delicious.
Yeah, no,
because
they're super good.
I try to eat decent. Like I try to eat pretty good, and I can walk past any snack, except soft cookies. I have no willpower for soft cookies.
So I'm
I
that way with
devoured those things.
I'm that way with ice cream sandwiches. Like
Just a regular.
just a regular vanilla with the chocolate like covering. If there's a box of those in the freezer, like I could eat a disgusting amount of those. like it would repulse most people. Like the amount of times I could just
Do you
get
get
up.
like the White Rabbit brand or whatever it's called?
Just
Does it matter?
Straight up,
All right.
like generic,
So,
like Harris Teeter.
Describe how you eat this cookie.
Oh,
Do you lick
God,
the,
Steve, that's the first thing I was
don't.
gonna say.
I don't lick the sides because I don't need to because I eat it that quickly.
Do you just throat it?
slam it like a Pez?
I actually have a giant ice cream sandwich Pez dispenser. Yeah.
It's about Bob's Big Boy.
God, they're so
I'm like
good.
that with ice cream cake.
Oh,
like
like
not-
Fudgy the Whale,
I don't know.
the Carvel
I
ice
just
cream,
had-
Carvel
the
ice
little
cream cake.
crunchies.
Carvel-
Just
Yeah.
had the rest of Carter's ice cream cake right before you guys got it. A Reese's ice cream cake.
Oh, see, no, I would just get whatever the plain one is. Like, it's like
yeah, with the chocolate, with
the
vanilla.
chocolate with the
and that
vanilla.
frosting.
That's
like
the best- that's the
icing
best
is
part.
So good.
Yeah.
No,
My-
the crunchies are the best part.
No, just that ice. That I hate icing, but that icing is like made of
You
something.
hate
like-
icing?
Yeah, I hate it.
Joe,
My mom used to have
He
to make
also
me. cup-
hates fudge. So
that's true.
My mom used to have to make cupcakes with no icing, like when I was little, just because.
so a muffin.
Yeah, basically. Basically, I have a big fan of blueberry muffins.
I don't know, man. I don't know like where I was or what I was doing, but there was like some stupid like Hawaii 5-0 or that kind of show was on TV, and I watched like 5 minutes of it, and there was a woman who went to the private detectives and said like, I met this man at this like coffee bar in the morning and he disappeared and I need you to find him because he's the perfect guy for me. And then then it reenacts her interaction with this guy.
She just had to go to Craigslist personals. That's what she had to do.
Misconnections.
Misconnections. Yeah, that's what it is. Misconnections. If you were at the coffee shop and this is you, what was I wearing? What was my shoes color?
Right. Or what did I say about muffins? Because she said something and I was like, God, that was like such a pretentious, like shitty thing to say. But the guy bumped into her and he said, oh, like, can I buy you a muffin? And she said, I don't eat muffins because I think it's just an excuse for people to eat cake in the morning. It's like, you fucking asshole. Like, don't ruin muffins for people.
Did she get murdered right after that? Dum, dum.
I can't wait for the intern to put in that sound effect. All right, so I got something for you guys. It's an article, but I'm turning it into a little quiz,
Oh, I like quizzes.
and I thought it was pretty interesting. So the article, and it wouldn't surprise me if Steve's actually read this before because Steve likes to read about movies a lot, and it's about movies, but it's 10 original titles considered for iconic films. So names that the movies,
the working titles.
yeah, working titles
like
that were
Titanic could have
changed.
been like Sinking Boat.
Right.
or something.
Exactly.
If a 5-year-old named the movie.
First one up.
Jim put his hood up because he was getting serious.
Jim's
my,
getting ready.
my poker face.
Yeah.
All right. License revoked.
Is it License to Drive
That was exactly what
License
I was
to Drive? Is there a movie called License
with
to
the
Drive?
I
Corys?
already have a Mercedes.
Oh.
thinking. Corey Haim, Corey
No.
Feldman.
Okay, wait a minute.
It was a good 80s movie. Or
Yeah.
maybe 90s.
What? Say it one more time.
License revoked.
Stop or my mom will shoot.
Oh, no, but that's a great movie.
What'd you eat for breakfast?
Juice, fruit, milk, eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, toast, pancakes, honey rolls, Cocoa Puffs. There's more.
Damn. You must have been starving.
That's Stallone at his best.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Bond movie, License to Kill.
But you said License to Drive?
License revoked.
God, that's awful.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
bad.
awful.
So
Hey, the title they chose for that movie, better.
Oh, they're
Greater than sign.
they're all better. Okay, so the next one is I guarantee you guys have seen this movie. Early 90s romantic
The Chase.
comedy. No, oh, God, another great film. This one's $3,000.
God. Rat Race?
That's also a great movie.
Rat Race is the best when Mr. Bean is in it. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's a race.
A race.
It's a race.
I am horrible at this.
Yeah, this is $3,000?
Yeah. It's got a hooker in it.
Pretty Woman?
Pretty
Pretty
Woman.
Woman.
About a previous my birthday.
That's a horrible movie.
That is a
Oh,
horrible
for
name.
sure. So
these-
I would have
True.
caught it.
yeah,
I would have caught it.
it's on the internet.
Oh,
Guy,
okay.
guy buys a hooker, falls in love.
Okay,
Right.
so the next one, this references such a small scene in the movie. So it's. I mean,
So you're
this is
saying
gonna-
we're not going to get it?
You might. Steve might. Pull,
Leo dies.
Steve might pull this one. Black Mask.
Zorro?
No.
Oh.
Is it a Marvel movie? Is it a
Oh, no. I'm going to say.
mid 90s.
Oh, that's not it. I was going to say that.
Black Mask? And it's a minuscule part in the movie.
I was going to say 50 Shades of Grey.
The mask.
But you said mid-90s.
I wanted to say The Mask, but it can't be that.
The mask being referenced in this is stored in a large trunk.
I don't know.
I
Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
The
the
Gimp.
Gimp Mask?
The Gimp.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is awful. Jesus.
All right.
You know what? There's
None
some...
of our listeners have gotten one of these.
I have always thought about the yes man idea. Like, we've heard it from something
Oh,
else.
yeah.
But for someone to pitch, like, if somebody were to come up to you and say, this is a job that I think I would be very good at. Like, if somebody comes up and says, you would probably be good at Sue Jim. This movie, we're going to remake a Robin Hood movie. It's going to cost $200 million. Should we make it?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
No?
It's good. Like,
Now, is it? Are you being the yes no men
To
based
tell
on
the
how
studio-
much money the movie's going
to
make?
tell the studio that that's not a good idea.
Well, not a good fiscal idea.
Well, I mean, how many Robin Hood movies are good?
I mean, Robin Hood Men in Tights, awesome.
All right.
The Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, awesome.
All right.
I mean, how many other Robin Hood movies are there?
There's a ton of them, and apparently you don't you don't remember any of them, so it was a bad idea.
Okay,
Unless
that's
they
fair.
have who sang the song in Robin Hood, the one with Kevin Costner.
There was like
Was it Michael Bolton?
a featured song in that movie that was it like a top 40 song?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like the biggest song.
I'm sure the intern will play it in the background.
Oh, that's
yeah, that's
the
the
song.
one.
That's the one.
Which one?
That song we just heard.
I like that song. I like. Yeah,
Sing a bar for me.
It's catchy. I'm not doing karaoke right
Oh,
now.
it's not karaoke episode. Okay, so the next one, let's say that this would be an extremely
one of these.
Yeah,
We're not getting any of them. I'm not even close.
Steve will get one of them. This
You
one
want to skip to that one?
Now it's
so this one is the most literal, I guess, definition of kind of this movie, Star Beast. And the movie is older than I thought it was. I didn't realize how old this movie was. I would have said that it was in the late 80s, but it was actually made in 79.
Tron.
No.
Star Beast Alien.
Yes!
All right.
Nailed it.
Oh,
All right, Steve's on
okay.
the board.
Where's that applause?
Okay, so this is the one that I thought Steve would get because probably from reading it somewhere. And also
Spaceballs.
also another reference from a very small part of the movie. Spaceman from Pluto.
Bruno Mars.
Women are
The
from
singer? No.
Venus or some shit.
No.
Say it again.
Spaceman from Pluto.
E.T.
Men in Black.
No. Early 80s, mid 80s.
Mid 80s.
Encino Man.
Yes.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Earth Girls with Jeff Goldblum.
No, it is the first leg of the best trilogy of all time.
Star Wars.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
What was the quote?
Oh,
what was
it's
the
Spaceman
quote?
from Pluto.
when
he's-
he goes into the barn or he gets his dad to.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour.
All right,
See
the
some
lunch
serious
bunch.
shit.
I always wanted a hoverboard.
I think everybody
Futures
wanted
now.
a hoverboard.
Absolutely.
And remember what
I want to know. You know what? I wanted the almanac.
You ever realize like that movie? If it when that was coming out, remember it was just like that is so far in the future. I was like, I can't wait to get to that point where we have hoverboards and all that shit. And it's we're closer to 1950 than we are like 1955.
I know. It's nuts.
Then it won. Sucks.
Yeah.
Can't get hoverboards.
No
Future
hoverboards.
is discipline.
No
disappointing.
self-lacing shoes. No
Yeah.
auto-drying jacket.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we do have auto drying jackets, right?
Do we? A jacket that dries itself when you push a button while you're wearing it?
Oh, no, we don't have that yet.
Has fans built into it.
Jacket dry. All right. The lunch bunch.
Breakfast Club.
Boom.
That's what I was gonna say.
All
God,
right.
I'm
Three
just,
in a row.
I'm just a little slow on the draw.
So this nobody's gonna get.
By all means.
And I
Let's keep going with this.
head cheese.
Lawnmower Man.
No, but correct genre.
What was it? What was it?
Head cheese.
Head cheese.
Fly.
No.
Pumpkin head.
Nope.
Now, were you saying Lawnmower Man as like a horror movie?
Yes.
All right. Head cheese.
Candyman.
No. Are you just guessing?
Yeah.
Like no rhyme or reason.
I mean, the whole time.
Do you know I almost said Candyman like right after, but it wasn't because I thought of it. I heard you say it, and I didn't think you said it out loud. So Candyman. I don't know. I give up.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Head cheese?
I don't get that one. I don't get that.
Do you know what head cheese is?
No.
It's like where you chop up meat and it's gelatinous, right?
Correct, but what's the meat that you chop up?
Human.
No. it's like
Not coming to your cookout.
it's like the meat.
I mean, Texas.
No, go ahead.
No, I was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was like they killed
Yeah.
people, and I think they ate them.
It's the meat from a pig's face. That's why it's called head cheese. So like the cheeks and like jowls and stuff.
I cannot believe for a second that was the working title of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
They didn't want.
There was nothing else.
I'm
The-
gonna-
I mean, the writer
I'm gonna need
said
you to,
head
you can-
cheese.
You can look into it. All right. And
I
then
mean,
the last
I'm
one.
banking on that you did.
I didn't.
You didn't fact check this?
No. No. It's,
Did you get this from Reddit?
no. Oh. No. All right. Last one. Wise guy.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I got one.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
he's
go.
on the board. Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good game. Good
That
game,
was
good game.
fun.
Yeah.
You want a random question?
I do.
Ooh, it's kind of an either or question.
Okay.
Jan or Holly?
Oh.
Oh, from The Office?
Long
Of course.
term or
Jan.
one night stand?
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah.
Because my
I guess-
answer would be different.
I guess
Correct.
All right, well, let's go for one.
Jan.
Yes.
Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then long term would,
Holly. She's so fun.
yes.
You would just follow exactly what Michael did.
You're right.
He just did exactly what he did in the show.
He's smarter than we all think.
I was today I was thinking I was in a drive-through line and at Dunkin' Donuts, and someone did that bit where they buy your
Oh, they pass it on. Pay it
they
forward.
do the
Paid it
pass it on.
forward, except backwards.
Yeah,
Behind
yeah.
it.
Has that ever happened to you guys?
Nope.
Would you say I'll pay for the person behind me? Because that's what they
not-
want you to do.
Not
they
that
want you.
time, but I would do it again in the future.
I
See, then I
yeah,
don't really feel bad.
I probably would.
I wouldn't do it right then, but I would do it like.
Why
in the-
wouldn't
like,
you do it right then?
Because I think one of the benefits of that is continuously like moving the line through quicker. And if I'm stopping to pay for something, then that's not like saving anybody any time.
But you were going to pay anyway, so it's the same amount of time.
But
Are
I'm
you?
speeding up the process right now, and the future when I have to pay, when nobody's paying for my stuff, then I'll pay for somebody
Okay.
else's order behind me.
Now,
Would you look in the rearview mirror to see how many people are to go?
yes, that's what I was going to get. Like,
Six
would
boxes
you,
of
mini
Joe.
would you be like, you'd pull up to it, and then would you ask how much they're spending it
What's
behind
their
you?
order?
Yeah, would you say that,
No.
or would you say I just want to pay for the person behind you?
I would assume that it's an affordable bill from a Dunkin' Donuts.
What was if it was $50?
I'd be bummed.
I was like, put a 10 spot on it. I did that a long time ago when the tolls. When tolls, I think they were like $1 or $2. I just gave the lady like 20. And
Why don't you just use your scanner?
this is before. This
Before
one.
he
This
said-
one tickets.
That's
yeah,
why you
tickets.
preferenced it by saying before a long time ago.
I know.
Yeah. So
I would, well, then I don't feel like kind of an asshole because like when they gave me my drink, I was just like thanks, just left, and I was like, oh, I need to make sure I do that. But then since
Yeah, just
Yeah.
do it next time.
I mean, if you see that person that paid for it, like at the stoplight, just give them a little head nod, like "What's up? Thanks, bro." Yeah.
showed him my ass.
Well, that also in certain cultures that is acceptable
the
as well.
universal thank you.
I was like, oh, there they are. Let me moon them.
Rub your greasy cheeks on your own window.
Oh, that's.
Have you guys ever been to a?
I'm just thinking of.
It just leaves a smear mark. It's not shit. It's just sweat. It's like grease.
Every time you can't look left, you got to wind down your window. You can't see.
Just a big smear. It's a lock. If it was me, there would be little hairs stuck to the window.
But just the logistics of getting your ass in the driver's side window is just a feat
I
in
mean,
itself.
You have to apply the cruise control.
Joe would moon them. Joe would show them their ass, and they'd be like, "I like your dog."
That guy's got tinted windows.
Nice sweatpants.
A joke within a joke.
Yeah, just it kept building.
What were you saying, Joe?
Have you guys ever been to a Steak and Shake?
No.
Funny enough, today when I was driving to pick up those cookies, I passed a Steak and Shake, and I was like, "That's the Steak and Shake that Joe talked about one time."
So I went to that steak and I must have told you about it because I've only been to it one time.
And Joe can't remember what he did yesterday, but he remembers how good that Steak and Shake is.
Dude, they had this they had this garlic burger. It was called the garlic burger. And I think they made a decent hamburger, nice buttered bun, everything you would want on it. And then I think they dipped the whole thing in garlic butter, and it was awesome.
The bun or just the burger?
I mean, I'm joking. I'm being a little facetious about them dipping the whole thing in butter and
But it was
garlic.
just a lot.
Well, I'm sure they did.
They might have. Great recipe because it was awesome. Like,
Did you walk in and be like, "Who made this motherfucking sandwich?
This shit good.
Need to speak to the manager, please.
Great job, Bob.
Steak and Shake. I know why you're still in business. This one.
This one burger. All right. If you're a Major League Baseball player and you had to pick your walk-up song, what would it be?
Does some kid go around and say, "What's your walk-up song?"
Well, they only do it for the home team players.
Is it changed per game?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
so, like-
you can change it. Like, people do change it throughout the season.
Oh,
but
okay.
No. It's generally...
get one.
They probably
Mariano,
want you to keep it the same because to make it easy for the guy.
Mariano Rivera, for his entire career, came out to Enter Sandman. I mean, I know he's a pitcher and not a batter.
Yeah, but he was a closer,
He's a
so
closer,
he still got that. He got that Kenny Powers entrance.
Right.
Yeah.
You're fucking out.
Well,
me, Ma.
mine would be very similar to his.
What would it be?
To Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh, nice. Doesn't that start off pretty slow? I guess
It's
you
just
could
the
start
bells
at
and
an
it.
Nice.
Yeah, classic.
See, I always tend to go for the like obscure, like the people where people are like, "What the hell is this?" But I keep thinking I would make it "Come On, Eileen." I don't know why.
With an O or a U.
Depends on if we were behind or not.
I don't get it.
Steve, explain it to him.
Yeah. We're talking about ejaculates.
Mine would be a little obscure also, and I think I do Lido Shuffle by Boz Scaggs. Just because it's a ridiculous
The
song.
Lido Shuffle.
I don't know.
I don't know that.
Intern, play it.
It's good. I wanted to ask you guys this. A person I know just got engaged. All right? God, they're probably going to listen to this.
Congratulations, person.
Congratulations. And I will mostly, if they have a wedding, I'll probably be invited to it. All right. Now they got engaged at a anime convention.
Oh boy.
Would you ever go to a theme wedding where you had to dress up to go to it?
I would.
I mean,
I don't know if I
have to dress up. It's a lock. There will.
Would
be
you
people
dress
there.
up?
I mean, for an anime themed.
So
wedding?
it would be
No.
like an anime thing. How about if it was like medieval times?
No.
How about if it was Star Wars?
No.
How about if it was Star Trek?
No.
How about if it was a Marvel movie?
That's all the weird people.
Yeah.
that we've covered all of
We
the
covered
people
all.
that
So
would dress
basically,
up.
you say, what would you dress up to? Let's do it that way. Ice Road Truckers.
If it's a golf themed wedding,
If you had
or a boater,
Mad Men themed wedding.
that is every wedding.
That's just wedding attire.
I know. That's what I would want to wear.
So you would. Now, what about you, Jim? Would you dress up?
I would do it. I mean, it's not my thing, but I feel like when in Rome,
yeah.
When in Rome, what?
you do Rome.
Tell me you know the rest of that saying.
You got me on the spot.
Wait a minute.
You guys
When
are
in
such
when in
knuckleheads.
Rome, do as the Romans.
Do as the Romans do.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's
do as the
basically
Romans
what I
do.
said.
You said do Rome.
I mean, you go sightseeing in Rome. I'm making myself laugh. I can't do this. I try to say it with a straight face.
But would you dress up, Jim?
I would.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, probably like earlier in my life I would, but now I was like, you know what? I absolutely will.
See,
just because it'll be butt funny.
I'm the
Right.
complete opposite. Earlier in my life, I absolutely would have. Now, like that's a lot of effort buying a costume.
But how many times? I'm with Steve. Earlier, I was too cool. I was like, fuck that, weirdos. But now, I feel like you don't get to do too many things that are kind of like outside the box when you're an adult. So I would just buy into it and just be some.
I mean, there's Halloween every year.
It's not the same.
It's
It's not the same. Because then you're dressing up with 12-year-olds.
Well, you can dress up in your own costume. You don't have to match them.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? But then I kept thinking, I was like, well, maybe I should just go. Like, if it was like an anime thing, I would dress up as like Buddy the Elf. God, I always go back.
I
to
don't
Buddy the
know
Elf.
what
That's
anime. I mean, I know what anime is, but if you said
Like Dragon Ball Z.
like okay, I don't know what I would dress up as. Like I would have to look at the whole scope of.
I would too because I wouldn't
Because
know.
you're going with your wife,
And
right?
it would
so
be- it
she's
would be
not
very
gonna. If you're doing Star Wars, she's not gonna be Chewbacca, right? Like, so you have to kind of commit to
I'm
like
Chewbacca.
Do you know, going back to JJ, which I wish he would one day
Going
get
back
on-
to JJ?
I mean, no.
That was like 3
Bringing
months
up,
ago.
I know. JJ and I one time for Halloween both dressed up as Chewbacca, and we
accidentally.
no, we planned it out. We bought one of those onesies, and then we wore signs that say he was supposed to be Han.
That's pretty funny.
And we went to, which was probably one of the best Halloween costumes I've ever wore because I was just wearing a it was a onesie. It was just a
yeah.
big onesie, and I was like, man, this is the most comfortable I've ever been, like out in a bar. Usually, I always feel like I don't like going to a wedding and dressing up for that. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of fun. For Halloween, I never can get into it.
One of my favorite Halloween costumes was also a couple's costume with my buddy Hofty, and we went as Hall & Oates, and that was pretty good because he's
God,
got
that sounds so boring again.
oh. I mean, I thought it
Was the
good.
party on a boat?
No.
Was
No.
it?
No,
Was
no,
it?
no,
Was
it
it?
wasn't.
'Cause I know you guys both have boats.
No, it wasn't. Not on a boat.
Did any? I mean, I could not pick Hall & Oates out of a crowd.
Really?
I mean, just walk like at a Halloween. Like I wouldn't have guessed.
Do you know
Hall-
there's a phone number you can dial, and it plays Hall & Oates at any time?
I have heard about that.
No.
Yep, there's a Hall & Oates emergency line.
In case you don't have a phone handy.
We'll tweet it out on Jim Joe Steve Show on Twitter,
Yeah, I'll tweet-
Facebook,
So
and Instagram.
what was there anything particular about your outfits?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we had like old school looking blazers with like white Oxford shirts with the sleeves slit
Okay.
up and thin.
So it
narrow
wasn't a
ties.
literal Hall & Oates. Like no, somebody didn't wear like a Quaker Oats.
Do you know who he was talking about by saying Hall & Oates?
Yeah, no, I know Hall & Oates,
okay.
but I'm saying
I
like,
was like, wait a minute.
I mean, if you show me their album cover, I probably would be like, okay.
One guy
Hall-
looked like he kind of had like a perm. And,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Like,
Joe looking like this. Of course, it was me.
and like I had a big fake mustache, and
a big fake.
Why did you
mustache.
go have
how
a fake
big
mustache?
was the
Did you have to shave your mustache to
necessary?
put on the fake mustache?
because it wasn't mustache season yet, so I didn't have my mustache.
Mustache
yet.
season?
It's coming
That's right.
up.
We
It's
forget,
coming up.
Steve. Joe can grow that thick mustache on his face in like 6 hours.
And then Hall & Oates had one. of his
Joe's
dark
5
hair.
o'clock shadow right now.
I go for 6 months and I look like a pedophile. I look,
To be
I
fair,
look
you
like-
always look like a
I look-
pedophile.
it looks like I'm part of. They're trying to find me on Mindhunters.
Chris Hansen going to storm in any moment now.
You ask her if she's horny.
What's wrong with that?
You ask if she does anal.
It's a question.
I just really like Trulies.
I got some wine coolers.
All right.
All right. Well, here we are. Another sad point in the day. The end of the episode.
All good things must come to an end, right?
That's true.
But it doesn't have to end if you share our podcast with the ones you love.
And join our subscription service, Jim Joe Steve Show Overtime, where you can find a. Oh, we haven't done that yet.
It's our OnlyFans.
Oh, it's our.
You will see each one of our asses on our only
Smeared on a driver's side windshield.
Until that happens, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Jim Joe Steve.
And tell a friend, spread the word. Thanks for listening. And for Jim, Joe, Steve, I'm Joe.
I'm Steve.
Jim.
I think I did that wrong. I think.
No.
No, I didn't.
I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, I don't know. I think you're supposed to do that differently. But anyway, we're going to wrap this episode up.
Yep.
Bloopers.
See you next week.
Boy.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time.